Hello, this is Azrael. Thank you for tuning into my channel. This is going to be a quick video on extra information on astral travel. This has been inspired to me by a comment in one of my videos about shape-shifting and invisibility. Alright, first thing, when you astral project, you got to understand, in our reality, in the physical waking world, our thoughts to some extent create our realities. This is even more so in a place of pure energy and thought. So your subconscious mind and your conscious mind will try to bring things into existence that might not even be there in the physical world. So like if you're walking through a very familiar place such as your house, there will be times you might see something that's not there in the waking world. You might see a book on a table. You might see a picture frame or picture on your wall of something that maybe you drew when you was a kid, but it's there on the wall. You know, little things like this. All right. Because your subconscious mind and your conscious mind are still forming your reality, even though you're in the physical reality. All right, so, but you're still technically made of energy and thought and emotion. The universe brings it into existence. Okay, so one of the things that you can do in order to do this, you should be able to astral project probably about 2 to 3 times a month or a week, at least, at the very least. Try to work with a partner. So you guys can collaborate each other's stories and validate it. Such as, when you leave your body, you go to your partner and try to grab their astral hand from their physical body and pull them into an out-of-body experience. At the very least, if that doesn't happen, they should be dreaming about you because you're there and you're influencing them in their sphere of existence. Which goes to the other thing. Yes, you will run into spirits and other non-human spirits. You'll run into thought forms. So don't be alarmed if you see in the distance a satyr running down the road, or a unicorn to your left or your right? But when a lot of these spirits that are human entities that are not deceased, you're going to be running into people who are also astral projecting. But they might not know that they're astral projecting. You do it every night. Every night you go to sleep, you astral project, but your conscious mind is asleep and unaware of it. Okay? So a lot of these people you will meet will be unaware. But these people might, when you interact with them, they will probably pull your likeness into their dream. So they will probably be dreaming about you. Okay? That's another way you can collaborate. So that you know that yes, entering people's thoughts and dreams as they sleep is a real thing. But more so ever, what was very piquing the interest of my friend is that online is that I made a claim in the comment that you will be able to materialize. This is very advanced stuff. In matter of fact, even though you might be astral projecting on the regular, being able to materialize in the physical world for a brief moment, again, this would be fleeting because this takes a lot of energy. So it might be better when you materialize in an area that is high energy. For example, like sacred spots, vortexes of energy, Grand Canyon kind of thing, right? Or of course, you could send energy there in magic rituals in the waking world. Send energy there. For a pre-planned materialization, okay? And when you go there in the astral realm, that energy is there waiting for you, and you can materialize using the energy you sent there and built up over time. Now, this stuff that I'm talking about is real esoteric. Let's keep this a secret kind of occult stuff. This is stuff, usually it isn't taught to people unless they're in a magical order. All right, but at least in my experience, there might be some books out there talking about it, but this stuff was taught to me, and it's strengthened through summoning spirits. So even though yes, you perform astral travel, make friends on the other side, and they will help facilitate. Maybe let you borrow energy to materialize in certain areas. But again, this is fleeting. Now, these are when a living person materializes from the astral plane. The term is called a crisis apparition because a lot of times this happens in a crisis. Say a person's driving down the road and gets in a wreck. They almost get killed and their spirit is catapulted out their body and they materialize somewhere to one of their loved ones usually, because that's one of the last things you're thinking about. people dying in the hospital. There was a good story that was on one of those movies talking about people's spiritual experiences, and this little girl was playing with another little girl, and it turns out that this little girl was actually an old woman dying in the hospital, but as she astral projected, she went to her child home. And as the parents started digging stuff out that was left in the attic, the little girl found a photo of her friend that other people saw from a distance. And the person selling the house said, "Yeah, that's my grandmother." So little things like this, it can happen. These are called crisis apparitions. And then again, living apparitions is when somebody materializes unknowingly or knowingly. A good example from my experience is that when I performed astral travel, starting to learn to become better. I did it every once in a while as a kid, but when I started really taking hold, this was about maybe, like I said, my daughter's 21 now, so about 16 years ago when I started practicing astral travel to become good. Well, to be comfortable, I was going through every extent I could. So I was sleeping nude. That's gross, right? Well, see, the thing is that I still had a key to my mother's house to check on them and whatnot. And I still had my little sleeping quarters just in case I wanted to crash there. This time I was driving a cab and I was working 12, 16 hours a day. All right, but my mom told me, she goes, "I don't mind you coming over, but don't sleep in the nude. And if you're going to get up and use the bathroom or get a drink of water, wear some clothes." Though I was living at a different quarters and I was naked trying to perform astral projections, and at this time I was succeeding, but I wasn't fully aware. My mom was seeing me, or she claims that she said she saw me running around the house naked. So this is a real thing. And again, this is advanced. This is advanced stuff. This isn't just stuff that, hey, I perform astral travel and I get to meet somebody, talk to my dead loved one, or I get to fly through the air, walk through walls, kind of thing. This is in-depth stuff, and once you start astral projecting, you're still probably not going to be able to materialize or do certain things like that. But again, there's a candle exercise. It's probably what you'd like to do. And this candle exercise, it's very dangerous because not spiritually, because it's a fire. It's a flame. You never want to leave. You don't want to sleep with a candle on. Okay, so this is probably again done with somebody in your house, like maybe they're sleeping over and you guys are doing ritual experiments. One of you stays up for a couple hours, and one of you take turns trying to astral project. So basically, you leave the candle burning, and you put it in the sink or in the bathtub, so just in case it did fall over and it was unattended, you're still golden, no house fire. Okay. So you're going to try to blow out the candle. You're going to astral project. You're going to go to the candle. You're going to try to blow the candle out. Don't try too hard or focus too hard on trying to blow that candle out, because you're still in the astral realm, part of the astral realm, even though you're walking around in the physical realm. So your reality will still create itself. So if you try too hard mentally to blow that candle out, you're in the astral projection, that candle will be blown out. But it won't, when you wake up, it's still going to be burning. And I suggest using one of those 7-day candles, because as it's in the glass, that one that helps protect it from accidents and whatnot, and breezes. So 7-day candle is probably best for this. And eventually you're going to be able to blow out the candle. All right, but that's all for this video, because I'm actually headed to a interview. And like and subscribe. Oh, one more tidbit. Before you even get close to being really able to manipulate small objects or materialize, you should already be able to summon spirits on the regular. You've got to have your astral senses keen in the physical world, so it'll be amplified in the spiritual world. Again, well, I'll do more videos on this, I guess, as it comes. Learn as you go, kind of thing. Whenever there's so much to talk about in these kind of things, you can literally talk about it for hours, And people don't retain information that way. They give them short bursts. Give yourself short bursts of information and keep on doing that, and it'll build. You'll learn things quicker as opposed to just studying for hours, reading an entire book. How much you're going to retain, right? Anyways, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching my channel.